Hello everyone, welcome back. I am going to be doing something fun today. So I had still some leftover colors from the peacock painting I did and the thin paint straight pour that I did, and I had an idea. So I have done balloon smashes with thick paint, even medium thick paint, but I've never done it with thin paint. And when I strain my paints, I set the strainer down, and when I picked it up, it had the prettiest striations in it. So I thought maybe I could get that same effect by smashing the balloon down. Now, I've already thought about this a little bit, and I don't exactly know how this is going to turn out. I have an extra little canvas over here on the side that I can use to wipe my balloon off, but I did think about the sides, and I don't exactly know. I feel like I should probably pour the base coat out. I have the most of this dark blue color, so I may pour the base, cover the sides, and then swirl all the paints around. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna find out together if it works. Let's paint. All right, so I could have painted my sides already, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm just going to swirl this paint on around in there. Maybe I will go ahead and put a little bit, this is a table color that I made a while back. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Okay. My goodness, there's lots of air bubbles. Okay, so let me swirl this part out first and just cover my sides. Is it bad that I kind of like this painting just with these colors? Oh my goodness. Okay, covered most of my sides. I'll just get this one little bit and help it over the edge. Now, at least I've got it covered so that I won't have to worry about this part. And I can always touch it up more later. Okay, so I've got this first part done. When I first started painting with this technique with fluid art, those were my paintings. I would just pour a few colors. It's called a dirty pour, or you pour them straight onto the canvas, and that was it. And I still love those paintings too. So it doesn't have to be this like super complex thing to create a great painting. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do very thin ribbons of color. Through. Whoa, that was not thin, Molly. I don't know if this is gonna come out, y'all. I'm willing to try, though. I'm willing to try. The concept in my mind worked really well. I don't know if it will. I'm trying to layer over top of some of these colors. Okay, now my beautiful purple. I don't know. We will see. And then I can always go back in and layer more colors on top if I want. Whoa! Oh my gosh. No! All right, we'll see if we can fix it. Let's do it. Okay, so let me see if this is going to, I don't want to dip down too hard. And I want to kind of swirl it. Ooh, what's coming out on this canvas is gorgeous. Almost like I'm swiping it with a palette knife. It is dripping a little bit, but it's creating like these little designs. Oh, wow. And then I'm gonna stretch it out, I think. So it's not gonna look like a traditional, yeah, it's creating these little tiny, let me see if I can get the camera to show you. Yeah, see that little drip? This is so pretty though. I think it's time to wipe off my balloon though. Yeah, I just wanted to see what this would be like with thin paint and see if I could get any designs. Oh, I shouldn't have wiped that off. I should have put it on there. Maybe I'll do one that's like little drips. Oh, sometimes it's fun to just play around. I'm starting to get the design that I want. I just need to let it drip off. There we go. That's what I want. And then I want the drips as well. Ooh, okay, I did that. I got a little zealous there. Okay, now I've got some air bubbles. Now it's kind of going crazy. I got a little bit wonky there. Oh gosh, that is pretty. Okay, let me get these air bubbles wiped off. Wiped off? Not wiped off, but... And now I wonder if I come through this. This is what I do with leftover paints sometimes just to like see what's happening. So I'm not going to stretch this out any further, I don't think. But I am going to create, I actually want to do it with my finger, I think, because I want thicker. I want thicker lines through here. I have these pockets of color. This is so pretty. Oh, and my bronze is starting to show up. Oh, this is really pretty. This would be great as a painting or as a background to another painting. Do I want to change this center? Do I want one more? Ooh, I don't know. Do I do that or not? I kind of like the way they're all interwoven right now. What do I do? What do I do? I think I like this. It's not quite what I was originally thinking. Oh, and here is, I don't want to drip it. There's the smaller canvas as well. So this one actually came out looking way more like an actual balloon smash. And I think I'll just paint my edges that same color. This is very cool. I have a ton of different reactions that are popping up. I have some of the little curlicue designs in there from where the balloon changed when it lifted up. Okay, I don't want to muddy that center too much, so I think I'm going to leave this one alone. How fun! Not that a balloon smash is new or anything like that, but I had never tried it with super thin paints before, just paint and water. I will definitely be trying this again. I think a black and metallic one would be so cool. It will have so many different reactions from the metallic. All right, I'll show you. So here's the little mini. This looks much more like a regular balloon smash. And then I'll show you the other. Now there is a lot of paint on here, so I don't know how this is gonna dry. It may crack, I'll let you know. But look at all, now again, I did my curly cues through here too, but you can see how soft, not as many striations as a regular balloon smash. But look at how, and I actually like those little just kind of squiggly parts, but look at how many cool designs there are in this. And the bronze started to show up, like pop up in all these places with little cells. Look at that little ribbon of colors that twisted together. Oh, this was not meant to be a masterpiece. This was meant to have fun, but I think I like it. Now that I'm looking at it, I see this face right here in the center. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or if I'm going to swirl those more. Maybe I'll keep it. This was so much fun. All right, I'll show you how it dries. Well, I will say, to be a little piece that was just fun and I didn't really know how it would come out, this is so pretty. I like with the thinner paints how it's just super soft. This actually, I feel like, is a good background as well if you wanted to embellish on top, but that is so pretty. I love the striations that it has here, and it just kind of blends together. I can't really explain it, but it's a little bit different looking than a regular thick paint balloon smash. And then you can see all that, like, look at those twisting details there. This is just super cool. And I am very happy with it. The metallic, really, wow. And I left the little face in the center. Who does that look like? Maybe it's my cat, Lucy. And then here is the little piece that I did. You can see this one. Really, ooh, my stomach was growling, I'm hungry. Really pretty as well. So this was the design. It looks more like the regular balloon smash, but this was taking it off the balloon and putting it onto the canvas. This was putting all the paint on the canvas and then swirling it with the balloon. Really cool though. All right, thanks everybody for watching me play around with paint. Happy painting. Bye.